love is on my mind. Coffee in a cafe, my soul will be fed, and that's true. That's true. Sitting at a cafe, having a coffee, feeling the love around me and how great things are, huh? Feeling it. Going deep inside, that's what we're doing this week with the I Ching. Yeah, the I Ching for the week of January 20th, 2020. Wow, look at that, 120, 20, 20. That's right, that's auspicious, huh? So we listen. This is a good one this week, man. It's good to listen to it. You know, just take your time, take off your shoes if you can, take a breath, get comfortable and listen. Talks about danger this week. You know, we're coming up on some danger. It's number 39, John, danger and difficulties. Made up of 2 trigrams. The one above is Kan, which is the gorge, the test. Below is Zhen, the obstacle. The wisdom says, on your quest, obstructions appear. Embrace the teaching. Watch your back while you're in retreat. Yeah, see, sometimes you got to change your plans. If you got a big obstruction there, don't exhaust yourself by pushing through it, man. Just, you might have to redo the plan, and that's okay. You know, we're on this road, and these things seem to come from nowhere. We know that we've done our work. We've doing things as correctly as possible and being as good and working for the greater good, yet still obstacles come up. Then the ego says, you're not good enough. You didn't do it right, man. You got to doubt yourself. You got to get it together, man. You can't let that voice get to you, see. It's just going to make you afraid, and it's going to shame you, right? It's going to stop you. But it is pointing out that you're at a turning point. So when you're at that place, the ego tries to use old ideas, old patterns, right? And it's not now going to be a benefit to you by trying to push through these obstacles that your ego has created. Or perhaps it's an obstacle, there's a boulder in the road, man, or somebody's in your way. It's cool. Just make a graceful retreat. You know, say, excuse me, I've got to get out of here. Look, the ego is going to say you're a coward. Engage the challenge, but not now. Sometimes that's cool, but not now. You see, do your strategy. And it's sometimes strategic, and it is in this point to change your route. You will stay on the quest, and you can engage the confrontation, but learn from it. But look at it just from a different point of view. And then you're going to be better prepared to accept and embrace these lessons that you learned in this battle. And battle it is. Retreat is a pathway of its own. And on this pathway, you're going to gain small advances. Don't look for big things to happen now. That's not what this is about. It's going to be lots of gain leading you to success, taking you out of danger, just small advances. That's all. You've been conscious, you've been operating from a generous and loving light within. You know, bless you, man. And that's good, but what you've missed, or maybe you forgot, was some old emotional obstacles still hiding in the dark shadows of the soul. You know, they do exist. You know, as you've evolved and gained strength, these hidden obstacles have also gained strength, right? They've made an evolution. It makes it a little more difficult to deal with, but deal with it you must. It's like these obstacles have their own consciousness. And now they are onto you and your magical thinking. They're going to say, oh, this time is going to be different, man. We can deal with that. No, that's not what it's away. You know, you can say, oh, I can get away with my duality, and no one's even going to notice or even suspect. Man, it doesn't work that way. You got to deal with it. And as you reflect on recent events, your ego is going to tell you that because you've worked so hard and gained clarity, when the old disappointments and difficulties surfaced, you miss something. You miss what's inherent on this path, the path to abundance, the path to love and satisfaction. Know that the grander and brighter the prize, the greater the transparency, and the more you are exposed. Thus, the greater the danger. This is where risk comes in, and it's risk that's your power now. It's not by judging yourself. Don't judge yourself. Don't worry about what other people are thinking. That's not what it's about. In this, and staying true to yourself, you'll emerge in your authenticity. And then you're going to realize that you are enough. Let's say that one. I am enough. Say it. Yeah, cool. All right. We're going to change our path. It's time to be outrageous. Listen to that one, Time to be outrageous with passion and inner fire. Just pry open that mouth of truth, the truth that says that you suspected all along that you might encounter obstacles, those inconvenient obstructions that can only be overcome by confronting your own inner deception. That's right, the lies you tell yourself, and demanding from yourself the truth, and you will be revealed. You will be authentic. This truth we're talking about is locked up inside you in the wisdom of knowing your true compassionate self. It has been there all along, waiting for you to claim the prize where abundance and peace of mind reside, You're on the merry-go-round going for the brass ring. And you've been here before. It's the same pattern. It's very familiar. The difference at this time is you're accessing the wisdom reminder contained in this kwa, in this hexagram. The teaching of Jan comes to bring you to the place of truth within yourself. The truth being that you best challenge your way of thinking in these situations, lest you end up being obscured by the shadow self again. And you'll get damaged and you'll be hobbled to that stake in the ground. In the last go-round of addressing obstacles, you learned a lot, but you also missed a few things. Just take a look. There was stuff lurking in the shadows. These little devils of the negative ego are now puffing themselves up. They want to appear huge and scare you off the road, but that's not what it's about. Don't be afraid, right? Because they're little bits of the shadow self that are coming into full consciousness of wisdom. You've gained a lot. Don't let fear, don't let doubt take over. All that stuff are just vestiges of all the old patterns, the stuff you've left behind. And sometimes you got to deal with those little things. The patterns were weakened, no doubt about that, but they're tricky. You see, you've been teaching them, taught them a little too well. Right now, it's a good thing these fears are bubbling to the surface now, because now you have great strength. You're ready to fortify your intention, the intention to live authentically. To live authentically. To move towards a greater good. And once and for all, let your fears go. Let your doubts go. If what you feel is an obstacle towards completion or the joining that you desire, consider this. When a boulder rolls off a mountain into a stream, the water flow gets blocked. And when this happens, the water doesn't say, oh, poor me, it's terrible, look what happened to my stream. No, man. The water says, take a pause, make a pond. You see, water has a consciousness, as do you. And let their strength build up behind the rock. You're going to gather strength. And the strength does not try to move the boulder. That'd be a waste of energy. You could do it, but why do it? The wisdom in the water says, move with grace, flow around the boulder. Let the rock be. And then the boulder becomes part of you in a way. It gets moss on it, and maybe grows a tree, and made a fertile pond for you to grow in. Yeah, I know. It's a important way to look at it, I think, that we don't get stopped, we don't get blocked. Sometimes we just got to change our movement. The benefit now is to see difficulties and obstacles in a new way. Consciously change the way you move and deal with them. Pushing on the obstacle or trying to outsmart it will only give that obstacle, whatever or whoever it is, more strength. If you give it strength, it's going to hamper your journey, and then you're going to be exhausted, not able to make the changes that are here. Look around your life right now. What person, what process can help you? Is it a wise sage in the tribe or a trusted teacher, or is it ceremony and ritual or dance? Whoever it is or whatever it is, make the connection and know that there's no blame in asking for help. That's not weakness, that's strength. Angst, anger, anxiety, jealousy, depression. These are the ways the ego wants to take you off course, wants to take away your peace of mind, and doesn't want you to really see the blessings that are there. But you'll see them, you just pause for a minute, and then you're going to see them, because you're going to look at stuff from a different point of view. Because you are blessed in abundance. All you need to do is to be still. Find stillness, right? Mindfulness, stillness. And reach through the veil, the dark veil of the soul, and you will receive it. Don't be afraid. Sometimes our soul energy it's dark. We have a dark side of the soul. Well, get into it. And then reach further and further and further, and where you end up is in the beautiful, bright light of the soul. We're at a delicate time, in the earth. Earth peoples, they're so ready for a shift. Want to come into this new golden age, a shift in consciousness. We got to do a new way of thinking about all things. We got to start with each conscious being on earth. Help them. You see, to quiet the mind is a skill, and it's an acquired skill. In the face of difficulties, obstruction will change your way of thinking in this way of dealing with obstacles, you see. When you're still and you see the signposts on the road, you're going to open a doorway to the creativity of intuition. It's here in stillness that the information about the direction that you're going allows you to just get over the most frustrating or dangerous situations. Adverse conditions are practitioners' true wealth. And we're all practitioners. Adverse conditions are practitioners' true wealth. When an obstacle that you've previously dealt with reappears, it's not punishment, it's just a wake-up call. A reminder that you're ready in your perfection. And all you need to do is to tune into your vast awareness. And that's what you do in your meditation, your practice. That's what happens when you take your walk. That's what happens, when you're in the shower, where it comes in. Difficulties arise to fire you up, to awaken you and to get you into your passion. It's time to get the fire going. And this passion is going to allow you to let go of all these old negative behaviors and patterning. Write them down. Change the words. Act in accordance to that. Act correctly as you proceed and process. You may have to change the object of your desire. Sometimes there's something that you want and you're getting there and it's really hard to get there. Well, you still get to go and get what you need, right? But maybe the object that you're going for is incorrect. Really examine that. And if it doesn't check all the boxes, man. Don't stop on the road. Keep on the road, but change your object of desire. If you feel that this is necessary, it's going to spell freedom. The freedom to remember who you truly are and to know yourself within, to know you're not a slave to old ways of thinking, and that's joyous. Be love. Have dignity. Be compassionate. Be kind. As you are in this mindful place, find a place to be of service in your life. Nothing can block you as you move towards a community, with a community, sharing the goal and finding abundance and love and peace of mind. Keep this image of a new earth in your mind. Really look for it and look towards it and see what's there. See what you can find. See what is really there to open up the doorway for you, right? Just open it up. And then you got it, see? Then you got it. It's a big one. I told you it was. A lot to think about this week. You know, this contemplation. I'd listen to this again. Read it. It's a bit different when you read it. Be good to yourself. Hey, if you're in a place where you can get out and hear music, live music, do it. If not, just, on whatever kind of box you got, play music. Have music playing in the house. I worked with a couple of days ago, and they're finding their way. Very cool couple. He's a musician, she's a doc. And I told him, I said, look, told the doc, I told her, look, you're the goddess of the house. Light white candles as the sun goes down, play music, put on something white and dance. And I told him, I said, brother, you're in charge of romance. That's right. Bring romance into that house, Give yourself permission, guys, to be romantic. If you're in a relationship, do it. If you're going after a relationship, be romantic. And goddesses, just trust yourself. Trust yourself. Speak up. Lots of times we got to ask her what we want. So you'll overcome all these dangers and difficulties. Bringing ceremony and ritual into your life, so important. Dealing with the obstructions. Embracing the teachings that come every minute and come every day. Remember that story about the boulder in the stream, right? Moves around it. And look, we all got emotions, we all got angst, we all got anger, anxiety, jealous, depression. They're there, but just don't live them, Let them come in and like on a bell curve to come in and then let them go. Anger. Let yourself be angry. Get into it. Don't do anything stupid, but get into it. And then see it go. Maybe you got to scream into a pillow. I've used that one. Because what we got to do is clear our mind and clear our inner eye so we can see inside. Namaste, my brothers. Namaste, my sisters. In Lakesha Lakin, I am the other you. And I like it that way.